5 Emmerdale spoilers next week. Charity Dingle dealt new heartbreak and Dingles face emotional death. Nicola and Jimmy King have marital woes and Gabby learns of Billy's betrayal. We're a nation of dog lovers, and there's no exception to that in Soapland. In Emmerdale, Kane Dingle, Jeff Hordley, is concerned about mongrel Monty's declining health. The plot has drawn a heartbreaking parallel to Kane's own recent cancer diagnosis, though tragically for the pooch, his prognosis is bleak. After showing an unwavering reluctance to bid farewell Monty, the sight of him curled up on patriarch Zach's grave forces Kane to make a tear-jerking decision. Meanwhile, Charity Dingle, Emma Atkins, heads to a support group and learns that son Noah, Jack Downham, is preparing to leave the village. Elsewhere, Nicola and Jimmy King, Nicola Wheeler and Nick Miles, face martial issues ahead of his own exit. Here's everything happening in the episodes of Emmerdale that air between Monday, 3rd, and Friday, 7th August. 5 Emmerdale spoilers for next week. 1. Charity Dingle faces another emotional setback as son Noah makes a life-changing decision. Charity is left devastated when Noah prepares to tell her he's planning to move to Dusseldorf for a new job opportunity. Although he steels himself for the difficult conversation, it's immediately obvious just how deeply the news affects Charity. Unable to bear the thought of leaving her heartbroken, he has a last-minute change of heart and decides to put his own plans on hold by staying in the village. Later, Charity takes another significant step in her recovery by returning to her support group. Finding the courage to speak openly, she explains why her own experience feels different from everyone else's, and lays bare the crushing guilt and self-blame she continues to carry. As she pours her heart out, the group's facilitator gently challenges her to see that the shame she's burdening herself with should solely rest with the man responsible. 2. Nicola King fears that husband Jimmy is seeing another woman. Determined to inject some romance back into their marriage, Jimmy arranges a surprise date after sensing Nicola's concerns that their relationship has become stuck in a rut. At first, she's thrilled by the gesture, but her enthusiasm quickly evaporates when his plans fail to match her expectations. Things take an even more dramatic turn when Jimmy turns up at the cafe carrying his golf clubs. As Nicola shoves them aside in frustration, a jewelry box tumbles onto the floor. Convinced he couldn't possibly have bought something so thoughtful for her, Nicola immediately fears the worst and becomes convinced the gift is meant for another woman. But who is the mystery jewelry really for? And can Jimmy explain himself before Nicola reaches the wrong conclusion? Kane hopes to speak to son Kyle Winchester, Huey Winequin, about the possibility of Moira Dingle, Moira Rob G, adopting him, but when she's called away to visit an injured Nana Barton, he decides to tackle the sensitive conversation on his own. Kyle is caught completely off guard by Kane's suggestion and turns to grandmother Carrie Pollard for advice before making such an important decision. As the teen returns, ready to give Kane an answer, the conversation is abruptly interrupted when Sam Dingle, James Hooton, arrives with worrying news about Monty the dog. Rona Gosker, Zoe Henry, examines the beloved pooch and fears his tumor has worsened, gently urging Sam to begin thinking about what comes next. The devastating diagnosis hits Kane particularly hard, with Monty's fate stirring up emotions he feels are deeply connected to his own recent struggles. Later, after finding Monty peacefully resting on Zach's grave, Kane finally accepts that the time has come to let him go and breaks the heartbreaking news to his boys. As Kane takes Monty to the vets for one final visit, he prepares himself for an agonizing goodbye, sharing an emotional farewell alongside his family. But Isaac soon suggests that Monty deserves a proper Dingle send-off, prompting Kane to honor his loyal companion with a funeral worthy of the family name. Kane's heartfelt eulogy ultimately brings the Dingles together, united in their grief, as they celebrate Monty's life. 4. Claudette Anderson drops a bombshell after Steve's exit. Steve's unexplained disappearance leaves Kev Barton searching for answers, but it's Claudette Anderson, Flo Wilson, who makes the most startling revelation. She confides in son Charles with a shocking admission that leaves him completely blindsided and raises fresh questions about what has really happened. 5. Gabby Thomas is shocked by Billy Fletcher's betrayal. Gabby Thomas's world is rocked when she discovers boyfriend Billy Fletcher shared a kiss with his ex-wife, Dawn. Overcoming the painful revelation, she's left to confront the fallout as the truth threatens to change everything.